Good morning, Rob.
Mark, hello.
Good. Good morning, everybody.
Yeah, let me get you on screen. All right, everyone says hi. So,
I have to,
uh,
I have to say that one of your regulars is back with a vengeance in this set,
oh, who is?
and that's Babs.
Oh, yeah, Babs.
Babs
Babs
who's
is,
Babs who's been off for a while after her accident. She used to be a regular on the bidding panel. She finished a couple of years ago. She finished in the top 20 of the annual competition, and she was the second highest Canadian. So she came, this is her first month back, and she had 73 on this set. So
yeah, wow. I mean, that's anything in the 70s is a very impressive score, of course.
yeah, of
Congrats,
course. Yeah,
Babs. Well, I heard that she had a great set this month, so let me see if I was able to do a little bit better.
yeah, hers was 73. Hers was. So let's see.
Yeah. I was just talking about how we actually played against Zimmerman in Philadelphia
Oh, right, good. Yeah,
for a match, which was super fun.
yeah.
They we ended up playing against Brink, and would you guess who Brink was playing with? Because it was not Driver, it
Oh,
was
right.
Novozadsky
Oh, right. Okay.
at
Yeah,
our table. It was
yeah,
just the
okay.
first day of the Swiss, so we had
Yeah,
both qualified, and they were just having fun. All right, I guess let's get into the problems.
yeah,
And for everyone who was curious about what I bid, I will pull up my bids on the screen as well. So first problem, this was a heart two spades. I mean, I can understand taking a bit, making a bid that's not double, but it just seems so obvious to start with double when we have both suits.
yeah. Well, I'm not. I mean, I thought double was fairly clear, but maybe I'm convinced by the debate that maybe three clubs is right.
Oh, interesting. Okay. Um, well, let me record our score as we go along. So we get 10 points for the double, but as with many of the month's problems, the panel saw only three options, with one emerging as the clear favorite. Almost half the competitors agree with the panel's choice, so many players are off to a good start. Many panelists saw no further than the obvious. Uh, so Robson says, "Why bid part of your hand when you can bid all of it?"
Yeah.
I did
Well,
like the flexibility of double.
although you were not bidding all of it because you're not bidding the fifth card in either minor.
Right. Um, Three diamonds raises the auction level, so double seems like the best way to start. Double doesn't show my strength, but it will tell me where our minor suit fit might be. I mean, if we have a 9 card minor suit fit, then we'll definitely get there after the
Yes.
double.
Yeah.
And oftentimes, especially with minor suits, you really want to have a 9 card fit
Yeah.
as opposed to just an 8 card fit. But
Yeah. Although you have a pretty good hand here, so
you do have a very good hand. So, of course, if we're in the slam zone, then we do just want to find a fit and get there. Liz says double. I hate doubling with 5-5, but we're too high to get both suits into the auction by bidding naturally. If left hand opponent raises spades, I can try 4 no trump next time. That seems like a great way to start. If LHO doesn't raise, partner will try 3 no, which I'll pass. 3 spades would be game forcing, but partner might construe it as a good raise.
yeah.
Yeah, I mentioned 4 strains in play. I mean,
Yeah.
we just want to keep the auction low. That's kind of my reason for double.
Yeah.
I did actually speak with Sartaj in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
Not about this, but like double because the fallout plan's simple. Intend to force slam over 3 of a minor, bid 3 spades over 2 known, bid 3 spades or 4 hearts over 3 hearts. Directly bidding 3 minor runs a risk of a 3 card raise when we're suddenly caught in no man's land. It's not so bad to get a 3 card raise, but yeah, I mean, I think
Yeah.
that's one of the things that I would kind of shy away from as well is that we often don't want to be in a 5-3 minor suit fit. Let's take a look. So there's 3 club bidders. 3 clubs, this is economical.
Yeah.
If you are planning to bid your suits, normally you would like to start with the higher ranking suit so you can bid the lower one next. But in this case, I think there is a good reason for a three club bid, which is that it takes up less space. Partner Nick can now bid three diamonds.
Yes.
So Brink says three clubs.
Yes, and
Great.
he's emphatic about it.
Yeah, great hand. I know I would bid three clubs, creating more space with two 5-card suits. Many players bid the highest, but bidding three diamonds here is so bad that I cannot find any argument for it. Wow. If three suits are still possible to play, double is the most flexible bid. Some people will choose that option. I do hope that three diamonds would get 0 points, as it shows you don't have a clue about bridge. This he was so I don't think I've ever had like a long conversation with Brink until Philadelphia when we sat down to play. He's just a wonderful person to like have sitting at the table.
Well, we had we did a like 2.5 hour interview with him. Babs and I did a 2.5 hour interview with him for World Class, and he's a really great guy.
Yeah, he really is. We ended up chatting about he's a marathon runner is what we actually found out, and so he was very interested in hearing both my partner and my personal best times in some distance races and stuff. He was very competitive about it, as you might expect. But okay, he does have a point, as it depends on what you plan to do. If partner bids 3, no. If you're going to pass, partner might have something like, yeah, I mean, just the perfect fitting hand. We have all of these aces and kings. Like, the odds in 3 now are not that much better than in 7 clubs. Well, which contract would you prefer to be if you just need a 2-2 club split? Few heavy hitters disagreeing with Brink's assessment. Can they convince us? Zia, 3 diamonds, what's the joke? Well, I know who's not going to be forming a partnership together. These guys. Larry says 3 diamonds, one of the tamer problems in the history. Oh boy. They all seem to think that their choice is routine. As we play 3 diamonds is natural in game forcing. That seems a normal start. David Bird says negative doubles do not often work well when you have 2 long suits. This is, I mean, that's a very reasonable issue with the negative double. Bidding 3 diamonds will at least pick up a 5-3 diamond fit and may allow us to introduce the club subsequently. Okay, let's see what actually happened on the hand. On this hand, from the Telsher, the senior Camrose, Barnett Schenken started with a double, and his partner jumped to 3 no trump. He raised to 4 no, and partner bid 6 no. That was cold opposite this hand, but at the other table, West started with 3 diamonds, and they got to the good 7 diamond contract. It seems to me that 3 diamonds will work best if the target is a 5-3 diamond fit. Double will work best if partner has 4 card support for either minor, or we belong in a high heart contract. 3 clubs seems best if we want to play a slam or a grand slam opposite something like king queen third, and will also be fine if partner has 4 diamonds or 6 hearts. Yeah, agree with all this. Although the panel produced a majority vote, I wonder if we've really answered the question of which choice will work out most often. I don't know.
No, I don't either. I mean, I think it's one of those situations where I'm not sure we solved the problem.
Yeah,
I'm not sure we've found out
right.
which will work more often. I'm tempted to think 3 clubs is probably the right bid.
Yeah, I think I would probably still choose the practical choice of double at the table, keeping a lot of space open, but I do like the 3 club bid. So I think that has a lot of merit going for it.
Yeah, I agree.
All right, hand number 2. Yeah, this one, again, I mean, to me it felt like kind of a 50-50. It seems that the panel disagrees with that. The panel seems to think that 3 hearts is a standout choice. Well, I mean, it's 11-11 for 3 hearts versus not 3 hearts, but it does seem that 3 hearts was given the higher marks. Okay, no clear majority, but the overall view of the panel is for the most aggressive option, despite the vulnerability and poor quality of the suit. Competition entrant average score. Uh-oh. Is this in the wrong place?
No, it's probably a typo. It's
Oh,
probably
you missed a decimal point. Okay.
yeah, it was
Got it.
probably 6.76 or something.
Oh yeah, because the entrants are kind of split between pass, two
Yeah,
hearts, and
yeah,
three
yeah.
hearts. I see.
It's probably 6.7.
All right, let's start with the most conservative panel members. So we do have some passers. I mean, I really don't like it on hands like this. I think you can pass, and like you're just hoping that people who bid get in trouble.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, I think that seems unlikely. All right, but we do have some passers displaying the wimp badge proudly. I don't know if that's the badge you want to be showing off. I don't like to bid two hearts or three hearts vulnerable with such a poor hand. Pass, I'm not rich enough to bid three hearts. Who have expected to find...
There's a man who used to play a lot on the RealBridge, obviously.
Yeah, who have expected to find the next two panelists in the same faction on this type of deal. Zia and David Bird, both two hearts. Zia has gotten old. Oh no! He's been two hearts. Zia, come back to us, please. We don't want to see this. David says, bidding three hearts may cause more difficulty for the opponents, but I can't justify it when vulnerable with a flimsy suit. Partner might remember this hand and not raise me next time. That's true. Vulnerable, I would rather have a better suit to jump to three hearts, although I do love the distribution. It does feel close. Villas Boas says two hearts is enough. Two hearts, if two hearts is a weak jump, I'll try that. I do think a lot of players will be playing intermediate jumps vulnerable.
Really?
So,
vulnerable, yeah.
vulnerable, yeah.
So does that mean two hearts is stronger than three?
Yes. Yeah, and so then your choices with this hand would be one or three on the heart suit. I hope partner has a sense of humor. Larry says, if white, I'd bid three hearts, but chickening out here, another tame one. Okay, all of the three heart bidders. I was in here. I don't mind two hearts, but I'm sure there's some aphorism for like 7-4 bid some more. Yeah, somewhere in there. I love 7-4-1-1s, but possibly not after this. It's a pretty bad 7-4-1-1.
It is, but the 7-4-1-1, it's so much better than 7-3-2-2.
Yes. Yeah, exactly. Andrew earns Comment of the Month honors for his astute observation. I have very high offense to defense ratio. Okay, mainly because there is no defense. Not much offense either, but yes. Sally says, I think everyone develops their own style for preempting. This is a very apt comment. This is so true.
Yeah.
That mine is always to bid as high as possible. Good things seem to happen. 7 Carter and 11 red cards. They're also vulnerable. Have to try. Only Brink suggests that 3 hearts might not be enough. He is a little bit crazy sometimes. When the choices are 2, 3, or 4, I usually chose 4. But sometimes a little calm isn't that bad. I bid 3 hearts and will feel bad if the opponents then bid 3 no or 6 spades, which would never have happened if I had followed my instincts. Finish with some French pragmatism. 3 hearts were in. In this situation, statistically, North-South will hold 26 or more high card points, and we want to make their life a little bit difficult. Is that true?
That's probably true. If you've got 3 points, then there's 37 to split between the other 2 hands.
Yeah, I guess with an opening bid on your right.
The race to have 12 of them, yeah.
Yeah. If they score 1,400, it's our life that will be a little bit difficult, but that's life. It's true. On this deal from the 2025 USBC, East held this. At the tables where West passed, North played in 4 spades for plus 100. At most of those where West overcalled in hearts, he played 5 hearts doubled for plus 850. Look at that. Partner just has the perfect hand.
It does,
One pair did get to 6 hearts, but had to settle for plus 800, defending 6 spades doubled. Definite win for the bidders on this one. Makes sense. Yeah, I mean, everything looks great when partner produces ace queen 10 fourth of trumps in support.
Yes, and the single ace of your four low.
Yeah. All right, hand number 3. Okay. So let's see. We bid 2 no trump on this one. We earned 7. That was the second most popular choice. A lot of 1 no bidders.
Yeah,
Club, a heart, a spade.
I think because it was match points. I think two no trump at imps, most people would have did, but at match points, let's go for a plus score type attitude. Match points, I
For
can understand
sure.
that.
Yeah, I can definitely understand that. I mean, certainly playing the very light opening bid style that I would prefer, if partner could
Yeah,
have like a unbalanced 10 count or something over there, then
yeah,
yes,
yeah,
1 no trump is more than enough.
yeah.
Um, but
And also, it's interesting. It depends on your style a bit, but my style is certain that partner would raise one heart to two with three, so
right,
we know he doesn't have three hearts
right, yeah, which
unless he has extra values.
yeah,
In fact,
exactly.
I talk about this in response to your comment, I think, further down.
Gotcha. Yeah, we'll get there in just a second.
Yeah,
Um, So, but yes, I mean, that's another reason. Like, our hand doesn't play all that well unless partner has a bit of a heart fit. Like,
yeah,
Jack
yeah,
Doubleton would be a pretty good
yeah, yeah,
holding.
sure.
10
Yeah,
Doubleton
yeah,
is good.
yeah.
But let's take a look. Choices are to underbid 1 no, to mildly overbid 2 no, or to overbid wildly, forcing the game with 2. Did some people bid 2 diamonds? Oh no. With many of them citing the form of scoring, the panel voted significantly for the conservative action, whilst most competition entrants were split between the 2 more aggressive choices. Let's hear what the panel has to say. Going for a plus score at match points, so lots of that. 1 no trump being enough. Go low at match points, I'll be well placed if partner bids again. Brink, a plus score is good at pairs. Antonio Palma, who may be the best pairs player in the world, has one rule: calma di palma. For normal people, that translates to stay low. Not a direct translation, I don't think.
No, probably.
But many possibilities, so I'll go with the cheapest one. David says, I predict a heavy reader vote for 2 diamonds. Wow. He was right, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was. Yeah.
That's 2 diamonds seems like a crazy bid. But the last time you want to overbid is when there's no likely fit and you have no stopper in the unbid suit. All bids here have a flaw. At least 1 no will keep the bidding low. Larry says 1 no, a compromise on my strength shape and lack of diamond stopper. It's flawed in so many ways that might even turn out to be sensible. Seriously, we open late white at match points. That low is a good idea. We play 2 diamonds game forcing, 2 clubs as a puppet. So, yeah, I mean, this would be kind of the XYZ style of playing this. Okay, I made a pretty long comment. 2 no looks invitational. Only one we have in our system. I'd prefer to be playing XYZ, show my 5-card major, invite it to major. For all the 1 no bidders, I know you're out there. Apparently I found a lot of them. Does a 2 heart vid by opener now show extras, or is it just an attempt to reach a better 4-3-1-5 shape? Important question for regular partnerships. Yeah, so you say with 4-3-1-5, partner would raise to 2 hearts rather than bidding 1 spade. If partner was 4-3-2-4, would he be raising to 2 hearts?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. So
he certainly wouldn't bid a spade. He'd bid a no trump rather than a spade.
Okay, right. Yeah, I'm forgetting system. So 1 spade shows an unbalanced hand. Gotcha.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, I do think that this is an important question for people to think about, though, that, this type of bid. And especially because if you're expecting to raise to 2 hearts with this shape, then maybe 2 hearts should show like 4-2-1-6 is possible over a no trump. I guess 2 clubs.
Well, no,
maybe.
it just shows 4-3-1-5 with extra values.
Yeah. Right. 4-3-1-5 with extras. So, okay. But we have a couple of other 2 no bidders. I have a balanced 11 count. I don't have a diamond stopper, but still think 2 no is best. Two diamonds, game forcing, game forcing. The usual overbid, but the obvious 2-no alternative is likely to get the most likely game played the wrong way up. That's an
There is
interesting
something in
point.
that.
Because our diamonds were Jack 10 third, right?
Yeah, so if your partner's got ace to three or something,
Yeah,
you'd rather play it from the other side. Or ace
right.
one.
Well, yeah, Ace Doubleton would be the
Yeah,
real problem holding,
yeah,
where we would need to play it from partner side.
yeah,
So that's actually a fair point. I hadn't really
yeah,
considered that.
yeah.
Vulnerable at imps, perhaps something like two diamonds would be more attractive, but at match points, the panel think the underbid is clearly best. At the table, partner had this holding, so balanced 12 count with 5 clubs. Neither clubs nor hearts split 3 threes, so plus 90 was the limit, although you might make 8 tricks in a heart contract. However, with partners most likely shape either 4-1-3-5 or 4-1-2-6, angling to play in hearts is never really on the agenda. Okay, on to number 4. We did get the full marks here. We bid 5 diamonds, and looks like that was the most popular choice. I think I did spend a while reasoning this one out, and I was pretty happy with my analysis ultimately. So I feel like I came to the right conclusion. Let's see what everyone else had to say. There were some votes for 4 diamonds. There was 1 vote for 4 hearts and 1 vote for pass. But a lot of the entrants bid 4 diamonds, which I think is just the wrong idea with this hand. But we'll see what people say. Apart from a couple of mavericks, the panel saw this as a simple 2-way choice. How many diamonds? More than 2/3 of competition entrants also opted for one of the top selections, but the split was the other way around. Let's start with those who supported the competitor's most popular choice. 4 diamonds. Hope I'm not underbidding. Guessing is not my thing, and 4 diamonds looks normal. Don't be the hero on every hand. That's what Brink says. Seems enough. For sure South will find a second bid, and we'll judge then. Well, I'm not sure what the judgment's going to be. I mean, if you bid 4 diamonds and give them more room, and then you bid 5 diamonds, now they're going to know what to do.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think that's right. I just don't think that's the right strategy.
Yeah. So you can bid 4 diamonds and just pass. I think that's
Yeah,
okay. Or you can bid 5 diamonds.
yeah,
Let's see what happens next. I can decide whether to bid 5. Yeah, it's the same thing. I mean, this
yeah,
just goes counter to what you're taught about preempts. You don't
yeah,
preempt and then bid again. Okay, Sartaj says 5 diamonds feels like too much with the Diamond King offside. 4 hearts could be right, but is a bit unilateral. 4 diamonds feels like down the middle choice and waits further action. I do think that some of Sartaj might be biased based on his partner's 3 diamond openers, which could be queen 6th and out.
Well, yeah. I
But
mean, I opened one yesterday, which was 6 to the 10.
but okay, the majority preferred not to wait and see. On a lucky day, plus 750. Very possible. I think I constructed a hand where that was possible. Don't like to show my hearts and give space to the opponents. They have a lot of clubs. Let them unravel it at this level. Plus, I think we could easily make 5 diamonds. Joey says, I'm always bidding 5 diamonds eventually, so why not right away? Let's give the villains the final guess on what to bid or what to lead. I mean, that's the
I think
idea of preempts.
I think that's the sums up the
Yeah.
problem. I mean, I think
Yeah, that is
that's the
spot
right
on.
answer. That's the right answer for the right reason. Yeah.
Yep. They might have 9 tricks with their clubs. I'd love to show my hearts, but it's better to just take space. This has the advantage of reducing the opponent's bidding space. Yep. Robson says, 5 diamonds, can't lie, I have a bad feeling about this. Partner has a poor suit, only one of the top 4 diamonds, so he rates to be 7-4, quite possibly 2-0-7-4. Maybe they don't make much. I talked about a bunch of irrelevant things probably, but 5 diamonds was the conclusion.
Yeah.
Who knows? Clearly not me. All right, Zia. 5 diamonds. I considered 4 hearts, but decided that simpler is better. Yeah, I also thought about 4 hearts a little bit, but realized that 5 diamonds just has to be the better choice. My first instinct was to try 4 hearts, but if that's making, then 5 diamonds is also likely to make. Picture a hand like, yeah, I mean, That seems an unlikely hand when South has showed a diamond stopper. Oh, that's true. Yeah, partner can't have all of the diamond.
No, he can't
Declare
have
has to
that.
have a
But
diamond, ace, or king.
yeah,
5 diamonds. I'm making lots of assumptions, assuming South has a diamond stopper. My vulnerable partner is preempted on an ace-empty suit, so she'll have compensating distribution if South leads a top club. Partner might manage to scramble 11 tricks. I may miss an unlikely heart fit, but 4 hearts will guide opponents to best defense and does not shut out 5 clubs or 4 spades, over which I shall have to guess again. 5 diamonds, I know the hand. This could easily be a double game swing when South has a lot of clubs. I think this is the big point at Imps, that
yeah,
if both sides could be making a game, you just absolutely have to bid your side's game.
yeah.
I think you just bid 5 diamonds. It's the most one down. It was cold at the table and gives them the problem. 4 hearts, no explanation. Okay. Yep. Pass. This could be wrong, but I'm happy with where they are, I think. This hand comes from the match between Ireland and England in the Teltshire, the Senior Camrose. The English West passed and collected plus 200. I guess they let a diamond. Partner does not have the right hand for us, but they do happen to have that ace-jack third of spades and the singleton heart. The Irish bid and made 5 diamonds at the other table, where South doubled the 3-diamond opening rather than bidding 3 no. So that was 9 imps in the minus column for those not bidding 5 diamonds. Well judged by the majority of the group panel, who flattened the board. I think we did kind of work out the right decision here.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
So 5 diamonds on that one.
And whether it's making or not, it's likely to be the right bid, I think.
Right.
Because if you can't make 5 diamonds, they can probably make 5 clubs. So.
Exactly. Yeah. And so then we're also happy to just be bidding on.
Yeah.
All right, next hand. We ended up bidding 5 no trump. I think I may have also mentioned that 5 spades has a lot going for it as well.
I couldn't see a great deal of difference between the two, so I gave them both a top mark.
Yeah. So let's take a look. This is a tough one to mark, as the single largest group of panelists opt for 4 no trump, most intending to make a slam try with 5 hearts on their next turn. However, the majority of the panel, 12 out of 22, commit their side to slam, with some even looking at the possibility of a grand. As a result, everyone who chooses one of the options supported by the panel scores fairly well. However, the largest group of competitors, well over a third, simply compete to the 5 level, and another significant portion choose to defend the opponent's doubled game. This is so confusing to me, why a lot of the competition entrants, so they'll bid 5 hearts on this hand, which is an enormous underbid.
Yeah.
And then they'll game force on that previous hand with 2 diamonds, which is a huge overbid.
Lack of judgment.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's what a lot of these hands are, judgment hands. And that's where a lot of one of the things that the readers should learn from these panels is better judgment.
I do wonder if a lot of it is discomfort in bidding slams, because if they really just like bidding games and they're kind of thinking, well, what's the best way to get to a game? Well, 5 hearts is already a game. There's not a lot of consideration of our hand has so many extra values than what partner could expect in an auction like this. We have all these aces. We have a 5-card suit.
Yeah, well, there were even a couple of complaints to the fact we hadn't bid on the previous round.
Yeah, for sure. All right, let's take a look at what people say. It looks like I might need to re-add you in a few minutes, Mark, but I will do that. So, 4 no trump. I'll bid 5 hearts next to show a slam invite. 4 no if partner bids 5 cards. 5 clubs, 5 hearts is a slam try. I mean, this is very similar to a problem from, I think, the previous month, where I had suggested a 4 no trump followed by 5 hearts to show a slam try. Yeah. So it's that idea has cropped up again. So 4 no, when we bid 5 hearts next, that'll show a slam invite, and that's what we have. 4 no, planning to raise 5 diamonds to 6. and invite with 5 hearts over 5 clubs. So lots of people suggesting that. Zia, same idea. If I can't show an invitational heart bid, I would guess to bid 6 hearts.
So if I get disconnected, do I use the same link or wait?
No, I'll have to send you another one, but I'll
Okay.
shoot you a message pretty quickly.
Yeah, okay.
Brink says a pass with 3 spades is not my style, so I'd like to abstain. Anyway, 4-no followed by 5 hearts sounds for most like a slam try, and I'm worth that. Liz says 2 places to play. Over the expected 5 club response, I'll bid 5 hearts. I hope she can work it out. If the ace of spades were in another suit, I would insist on slam. As it is, I don't want to punish partner for competing. I'm not convinced that partner in a direct seat here has to be just competing. I think partner should have a good hand. I wonder if anyone else addresses that. Partner's double has to cover a lot of ground. It does not necessarily promise heart support. I would agree with that. He could be 1-2-5-5. I mean, maybe partner would bid 4-0 with that, but I could understand partner doubling if they just had like a smattering of aces and kings. Why should such a shape commit to the 5 level when we could have the same hand with the king doubleton and prefer to defend? 4-0, how can it be wrong to keep the bidding low if partner responds 5 clubs, invite 5 hearts? Okay, David asks, how can it be wrong? But most panelists think the hand is worth more than a slam try. I think I'm in that group. Willing to force slam. I almost took action on my last turn, so I'll do something now in order to get to the best slam. I could bid 4-0 and 5 hearts to invite, but I think the hand is too good, looking for 6 or even 7. Robson says, I must guess to bid slam, and 5 spades may occasionally get us to 7, or more likely to collect the extra money from 7 spades doubled as opposed to 6 spades doubled. Sure. What's the difference between 5 spades and 5-no? Does 5 spades show first round spade control and 5-no deny it? I actually had this conversation in Philly. I mean, not on this exact auction, but a very similar hand type. Yeah. And the suggestion was that 5 spades and 5-no are the same bid, and one of them shows first round spade control, because that could be very important.
The alternative is that one is just looking for the best small sum, one is looking for a grand.
Sure. Yeah. So
that's just something for regular partnerships to decide.
Yeah, exactly. So plenty for regular partnerships to think about here. 5-no, pick a slam. Larry says, methods might be needed here, as it would be useful to be able to show a strong 5 heart bid. The expert way is that a direct 5 hearts as opposed to 4-no then 5 hearts shows slam interest. Okay, so Larry thinks that it's reversed.
Yeah, you can play it either way, obviously.
Yeah, but probably I'm good enough to insist on slam, and at imps I'm content to settle for 1370 instead of 1460. Opposite, a little bit of better diamonds with some heart support, which makes sense. I don't know what level we belong at, but this is one reason preamps are so good. I hate to put cards in partner's hand to bid a slam, but it's entirely possible to play our first stiff spade, the heart king, club ace king, and at least one of the top diamond honors. Exactly. Me. All right, what did we say? I'll 5-no, I'll follow up with 6 hearts to invite the grand. Maybe I should just bid it outright. Partner should have a very strong hand for the double. I mean, that's my expectation. It seems that the panel is not necessarily in consensus on that, or maybe they just outright disagree with me. But partner does expect we're mostly going to pass this double most of the time, because we shouldn't be bidding with just like 5-3-3-2 hands randomly. We should just pass. So, a hand like this gives us pretty good play for the grand, given the preempt on our right. Take the low road, give partner some leeway. As Rob suggests, offering partner choice and then insisting on hearts invites a grand. Our final group simply bid what they think they can make. 6 hearts, any finesse is right to work. The opponents also might save, so it's worth taking the chance. Another, I wish I had bid 4 hearts the first time. Everyone's pointing out, I have the same shirt on today as I do in this photo, as I did in the photo that was taken of me at the Philly NABC. I swear I own more than one shirt. Just for everyone who's wondering, I do own more than one shirt. On On this deal from the I need to remember this. Now every time I do the panel, I will make sure not to wear this shirt when we do the panel discussion. On this deal from the 2025 Spring Foursomes, partner held, oh, gross, Queen Doubleton of Spades, King 10 fourth, Ace King fourth, King Queen third. Very reasonable double of 4 spades. At the table, West tried 6 hearts, but had to lose a trick in each black suit. Disgusting. 4-no, 5-no, or 5 spades may have been the winning option, depending on what you do next, as 6 diamonds makes easily. Bidding 5 hearts would have flatted the board at 650, while passing the double brings in only 300. Oopsies. My bad. Well, I still earned some good points for the bidding contest, but unfortunately, partner's hand was a big disappointment.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, the fifth heart provided a discard, the spade discarded
Yeah,
diamond.
yeah, of course.
Playing the 5 forfeit wasn't as good.
Yeah, maybe I should have thought about that, but all right, on to hand number 6. Right, this hand. So we had a choice between 2 hearts and 2 spades. Looks like there were some who passed 1 spade, which is definitely incorrect. But let's see what people had to say. 3 obvious contenders all get some support from the panel, with just over half choosing the panel's second favorite option. The primary question is whether support partners major or rebid our own. So Bergen says 7 card suits deserve to be trumps. Zia says this is not a good hand for spades. I think whether it's a good hand for spades or not depends on how good partner's diamonds are. Because if partner has good diamonds, then we might only need to ruff one of them in our hand. And so then we can just pull trumps in a spade contract and run partner's diamonds. But it is true, if partner doesn't have good diamonds, then maybe playing in hearts is better. With spades trump, I might take 0 or 1 heart trick. With hearts trump, I hope for at least 5 heart tricks. I mean, this is very true. Generally, it is the case that when you have a weak hand, you want your long suit to be trump. So that is good general logic. Even if partner has no heart fit, his spades will boost my prospects in a heart contract. Playing in a 4-4 spade fit, my hearts could be near useless. Would our hearts make main tricks if we play in a spade contract? Difficult to know, and our opponent's silence tends to suggest that our partner has a good hand. If we bid 2 spades, we might end up too high. I was excited about ending up too high. I think we have good chances of game, but maybe I'm optimistic. All right, let's see. 2 hearts. This seems likely to be the best chance of a plus. Guessing partners 4x1 or 4-0-5-4. I think that's a pretty likely distribution as well. One of these. I mean, 4-1-5-3 is possible, or I think I constructed a hand. 2 hearts will miss a few games, but this is likely to match point better than a spade part score. I think this is what it really comes down to. It's not. Yeah, it's not so much about missing games or not missing games or something. It's just which is likely to take more tricks at match points. And I don't really have a good read on that. Value of this hand is in the heart suit. I'm concerned that if I bid 2 spades, we'll get too high, so I'm going to ignore that I have 4 spades. Brink suggests an alternative. Pass. No. Oh, Calma di Palma. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, Calma di Palma, everyone.
Yeah.
Well, okay. Oh, we lost Mark. Where were we? We were at Calma di Palma.
Yeah.
From Brink. So he passes. Jumping into 3 hearts on the first round would not work well if the system says that is a splinter agreeing diamonds. Readers might like to check what their partner would make of such a jump. True. Pass if possible. I would like to have been 2 hearts on the previous round. Is this hand okay for a weak jump to 2 hearts, or does the 7th heart make it a bit strong? Again, something for partnerships to agree upon. I think having a pretty set shape is important for the 2 heart bid. But
Yeah, I think this sounds too good for a weak two hearts. I don't like weak two hearts anyway. I like strong jumps, but
yeah, sure. Okay, a couple of other passes. All right, two spade bidders. I was here. Nothing's clear. For me, it's a toss up between pass and two spades. I hate denying four card spade support, but I accept this hand is likely to play better in hearts, but you bid two spades anyway. That feels like another vote for two hearts.
yeah,
We're probably short of a ninth trump, and there is a case for rebidding two hearts, but given the opponent's silence, you'd back partner to hold around 3.5 clubs, so about half a heart. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, that's about right.
Yeah, I mean, I do think that the heart suit is going to play a little bit, unfortunately, opposite a singleton or a void. So I thought that that was a reason to rebid two spades as well. But let's see. Sally, two spades. I know this might play a lot better in hearts, but that is too complicated. It seems like everyone is actually voting for two hearts, but they misclicked their answer.
Well,
If I bid two hearts and partner bids on, I'm never going to persuade him that I have four spades. Whilst most seem to be worried about getting too high, a couple support spades in the hope that partner can bid game. That's true. I did that. I'll see if my partner wants to continue. My hand could be great with the right hand opposite. Either partner has a strong hand or we have a misfit. Exactly. I did mention the thing. So I'm also a two heart bidder. Look, everyone actually bid two hearts, but we all just clicked the wrong button, it
yeah, it's
seems.
true.
Looks like this hand may play better in spades. A partner's 4054 or 4153. A spade game's still in the picture. With many of the two spades bidders admitting that the hand will probably play better in hearts, I think the two heart bidders clearly win. How did things work out at the table? I switched the conditions to match points as I thought it was more interesting. It comes from the 2025 USBC, where all 8 West players heard a similar auction. I think playing teams, I would probably rebid two hearts, which maybe make probably for the reason that I think we're much more likely to go plus in two hearts than in two spades.
Well, that's the reason for bidding it at match point.
Yeah, that's
The reason
that's
for
what I'm
bidding
just thinking.
the reason for bidding two spades is you might be able to get to four spades.
Yeah. So two rebid two hearts, 5 raised to two spades, and one bid four spades is ambitious. Partner
Yeah,
had this hand with trumps 3-2 and spades lying well. Ace queen doubleton with north. Oh man. Two hearts made an easy 10 tricks. 4 spades went 3 down. Yikes. Two spades also went down once, but the remaining declarers managed to make at least 8 tricks. Two hearts works a bit better at imps, but at match points it seems to be clearly best. Fair point. I will accept I did the wrong thing. Okay. One spade. This hand. Yep. We got a bunch of two heart bidders. I hate it. I really
well,
do.
I have to admit that I mean, my strategy, I bid two hearts any sort of 5 card heart suit in this auction.
Sure. Well, let's see what people say. I mean, I've heard this argument for over a decade now.
Yeah,
So, when this hand occurred at the table, the 8 top class West players were divided between 4 options: pass, double, one no, and two hearts. Here, the competitors produced their largest vote of the year, with more than 4 and 5 agreeing with the panel's majority choice. However, there were some strong views in the panel for various options. Two hearts. Normal overcall. Getting the main feature of our hand on the table. This is a 5-card suit. Double doesn't show that. That's true. If they take me for 1400, so be it. Yes. I would like to play against you. This is obvious as I see it. You're not strong enough to double and then introduce the hearts. Not all were quite so enthusiastic. Two hearts despite the 5-3-3-2 shape. Yeah. It would be better with the 6 card, but it's now or never. Least bad option. If the hearts were weaker, I would double. Larry and Andrew make similar pragmatic points in favor of their choice. I'm not strong enough to double in the mid hearts. 620 and 4 hearts is where the money is, but doubling would get us to 2 clubs opposite something like this hand. It's true. Like, we can of course miss a game by doubling, but yeah, I mean the 1400 is the scare factor, I guess. That's the
well, yeah,
reason to not overcall.
yeah.
course, I could be headed for 800, but equally or even more likely, partner could have some flat 9 count with 10-9 third of hearts and 4 hearts is cold. Not everyone thought the double was the alternative. The alternative is 1 no. I really do not like a no trump on this hand.
No, I don't.
It's
either.
14. Like, your spade stopper is so bad. They're always leading spades on this auction.
Yeah.
All right, but let's see. We will not blame our colleagues who prefer a no trump. Overcalling is, of course, a bit dangerous, but not overcalling is even more dangerous. Originally, I'm from Rotterdam, says Brink. This is called a Rotterdam overcall. 5-3-3-2 and not enough high cards. People from Amsterdam call it bad bridge, but Rotterdam is in my heart. This will never change. Joey was flying solo. Pass. With partner being a passed hand, the upside to bidding, vulnerable at the 2 level with dodgy values, goes down. He's right about that. The downside will often show you that it's a dangerous world out there to the tune of a phone number. I mean, I think if you're that worried about going for a big number, you can just double. They essentially never get you when you double in these auctions.
True.
So I think if your plan is that you don't want to go for a telephone number, then double is the way to do that. 2 hearts and 1 no trump could obviously turn out badly because you've made a big commitment. Okay, I double. Can't bring myself to overcall 2 hearts. Yeah, I made all of these points before. Double, I'm too chicken for 2 hearts. Also not enough playing strength. Not a fan of overcalling 2 hearts. Okay, wait, where are my Americans? So we have 1 American. Can I claim Zia, honorary American?
Zia counts, yeah.
That I think for Americans, Larry is a 2 heart bit. Larry, we're gonna have to banish him. Send him over to Europe.
Marty was a 2 heart bidder.
Yeah, Marty is a 2 heart bidder. Oh, this hurts my soul. Okay, well, Americans are split, but not a fan of overcalling 2 hearts on a 5 card suit. I would rather make the more flexible bid of double, even though I'm heart heavy. I stopped bidding 2 hearts on this type of hand a few years ago. Oh no, he's getting old again.
Yeah.
Oh, Zia, come on. Okay. Christian expects 2 hearts to be the popular choice, but perhaps overestimates the weight of support for doubling. Double, I will get 9 points, and 2 hearts is 10 points. You know, that's what we were hoping for. Sartaj. This is a matter of style. I prefer a 2 heart overcall on 5 cards only when we have compensating shape. I think that's pretty reasonable. That's kind of my take as well. The 5-3-3-2 hand is closer to a pass. I don't like passing when bidding is a viable option, thus double. Okay. This deal arose in the quarterfinals of the 2025 USBC. Pass was generally followed by 3 spades pass 4 spades for minus 420. Double fared worse, as it generally went 4 spades double all pass minus 590. That can happen. Zach Grossack's, I mean, of course, Zach. Mark, when you say that we have 8 experts who bid these hands, we need to clarify this to the readers a little. No, actually, I have a hilarious Zach Grossack story that was told to me by David Berkowitz when I was in Philly, because David worked with the junior team a few years back when Zach was still on it, and there was some hand where Zach, I think he overcalled a no trump on like a 13 count with a 6 card suit that he could have bid. And David starts launching into an explanation of, you shouldn't be doing this, just overcall 2 clubs on this hand, blah, blah, blah. And Zach like put a hand up in his face and said, stop, you're interfering with greatness. And, and so, I mean, Zach plays by his own music, much like Zia has always done. So
yeah, that's fair enough.
Anyway, Zach's 1 no trump overcall. Also ended up minus 590, a bit unluckily. This time, partner had 5 card heart support. So 5 hearts would have been only 1 down, but all those who overcalled 2 hearts ended up going plus defending 5 spades doubled. Aha. Yeah, I mean, I'm not surprised 2 hearts is the majority choice. It's, but I think as Sartaj has mentioned that part of this is going to be style. I
Yeah,
do
that's
believe.
fine.
All right. Hand number 8. Oh, I remember my comment on this one. Let's see how bad it fared. So we do get full marks for the double because what else? But let's take a look. We finish with a deal that produced the panel's largest vote in a month of majorities. With only 2 realistic options, more than 2/3 of competition entrants collected maximum marks. Rob's prediction is not as far off as many have been. I know. I was nervous about writing this comment, but I figured it would be good content one way or another.
Yeah, well, it wasn't far off. 16 out of 22 or something.
Double, please be unanimous. All right, it's hard to
I
see
think
any other option.
interestingly, the next month's set, I think hand one and hand eight. I thought we might end up with two unanimous panels, but
Oh,
I haven't.
don't tell me. I'm gonna do it tomorrow.
Yeah,
So
but I mean, it's just strange. The hand one and eight were almost are almost unanimous panels, whereas the other six in between, there's no agreement at all. So everybody can have an easy 10 marks to start and finish with, probably.
okay, let's see what other people say. Um, keep my fingers and everything else crossed. I can't see any alternative. What am I supposed to do? I don't love double. I would not be happy if partner sat, but I'm not bidding 4 hearts, and I don't like 4 diamonds. Double, I've conceded 930 before. Who hasn't? I don't see what else to do. The trusting negative doubles seem to work for others, but not me. So tell me, why am I still trying? Good question. Very reluctantly, but the alternatives are less palatable. Okay. Miguel explains why he doesn't like the principal alternative, double. I don't like to bid 4 diamonds as the right contract maybe 3 no trump. That's sensible. Yeah, I mean, just because we have a spade void doesn't mean that 3 no trump isn't the right place to play, especially with a very weak heart suit. Double, hoping partner won't pass. If he bids 3 no, I'm pulling to 4 diamonds. Yeah, I do think that this is a bit of a problem because
Yeah,
I would probably pull to 4. I think I would pull to 4 diamonds as well
I
if partner
would. Yeah,
bids 3
I
no.
would. Yeah,
So even though 3 no trump might be the best contract, I don't think we can actually get there.
yeah, I agree.
David says doubling is unlikely to cover an immediate red suit fit, as is usual after negative double made on long suits. Here, though, you have a fair chance that partner will be rebid 3 no or 4 clubs, and your 4 diamond continuation will paint the picture. Sartaj says double. When LHO raises, we'll face the real problem. Perhaps 4 no trump with the idea of pulling 5 clubs to 5 diamonds, representing this sort of hand, at least in his dreams. Both our French mixed champions and Short tell us about their own methods, providing some interesting options for regular partnerships to discuss. Double, a tough one. We play transfers in this situation. I think a lot of the Norwegian partnerships also play transfers here, like Brogeland and Bakke. 4 clubs for hearts, 4 diamonds for clubs, 4 hearts for diamonds, and 4 spades for both minors. Oh, that's a really cool treatment. Yeah, this is actually quite nice. But we won't be able to show a natural long second suit. The true problem will be our next bid. Double. With Boss, I would play 4 clubs shows diamonds and hearts. 4 diamonds is only hearts, and 4 hearts is the hearts and club hand. Without hearts, we try for 3 no and usually double. This is highly recommended. He likes his system.
Yeah,
But to answer without agreements, double is most flexible. Just a handful of panelists decided that they prefer something else. 4 diamonds, not an easy ride. 4 diamonds. Let's wade into the deep water. Okay. Zia, 4 diamonds. This is too tough. Bidding my longest suit is often a good idea, so I'll try that. Oh, Zia. Okay, what does Robson say? We must prepare ourselves for the inevitable 4 spades from north. I think a 4 diamond bid Then 4 no trump leaves us best placed. Never forget, hearts has no meaningful advantage over diamonds when bidding over their spades. This is true. Um, but don't we miss out on the heart fit? Like, what does partner think we have when we take this auction? Doesn't partner think we have diamonds and clubs?
Yeah, but then if he bids five clubs, we bid five diamonds, and you'll know.
I see. Interesting. But can't we miss like a 5-4 heart fit by doing this? Like, what if partner bids 5 diamonds? What if partner is 3-4, 3-3?
Well, that's okay. But then we ended up with a 6-3 diamond fit, and that's the point. It doesn't matter whether diamonds
Okay.
have no diamonds and hearts are the same when you're
Okay.
bidding it.
Okay.
But
Okay. Good point. All right. Bergen, 4 diamonds. If sensibly using thrump doubles, I could bid 4 diamonds to show both red suits. Liz is alone in deciding not to compete. Pass. The auction is not yet over. Maybe. I mean, we're the one with the spade void. I can't double with 6-5 and so little defense. Partner might pass it out. Won't tell us partner's hand as it may appear as a problem sometime in the future. Okay, how did I do this month? Looks like I got a 71.
yeah,
That's not too bad. With a
no,
score of 78 out of 80, Brazilian star Miguel Villas-Boas leads the panel this month, giving him 2 solo victories and a shared win already this year. Close behind with 77 out of 80 is our other South American panel member, Chile's Hanoi Rondon. Completing an all-American podium are Larry Cohen and Joey Silver with 75 out of 80. High scores seem to be a premium on the set, with only half the panelists scoring in the 70s, so congrats to all competition entrants that hit that target. Congrats, Babs, you beat me. Thanks to our panel members. Thank you, Mark. So these were all of the results. We ended up somewhere in the middle here with a 71.
well, you were pretty close to the top actually, because there weren't that many high score. I mean, look, 75 was third. So you were ninth or tenth out of 22. So that's
Yeah,
you're
a
comfortably,
pretty
comfortably in the top,
respectable showing,
comfortably
for
in the top
sure.
half. Yeah. I mean, it's interesting. Is that the sets on which the panel find the hands easy, i.e., there are lots of majorities on the panel, seem to be harder for the readers to score well. And in fact, it's harder to get a high score because the hands on which the panel are widely divided, you often end up with the scores of 10, 9, 9, 8. So even if you don't get the 10, you score 9 or 8. The hands where there's a big majority on the panel tend to end up getting scored 10, 7, 5 or 10, 6, 4. So you drop um, you drop points in bunches. So because if you have a hand where you get 2 9s and 2 8s to go with your 4 10s, you end up with 75 or something, 74. But as soon as you start getting the sixes and fives, it's much harder to score in the 70s.
Yeah,
So
that's certainly the case. So, like on that preempting hand, the 2 hearts or 3 hearts decision sort of one, like if you're going to be betting 4 hearts with that hand, then you're not going to score very many points. And if you just look at it and you're like, well, I have 7-4, we have 7 hearts, so I increase it one more level and we bid to the 4 level, then you've already slipped
yeah,
in the competition. So that makes a lot of
yeah,
sense. Yeah.
so that's why I think the hand the times when the panel find the hands most difficult, where the panel are most split, you end up with higher scores because lots of bids on each hand score 10, 9, 8.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whereas uh, to end up in the 70, you have to get 6 10s to go with your 6 and your 5
Yeah,
to
exactly.
score in the 70s.
Right. Yep.
So it's interesting that the more difficult the panel find the hands, the higher the scoring the set seems to be.
I guess that's just a relic of the way the scoring works,
Yeah,
because if the
yeah,
panel is kind of split between 4 or 5 bids, then it's you're gonna have to award some amount of marks to all of those bids.
yeah. So you end up with
As
10,998 or something.
Yeah. So
So
the competition entrants get a little bit more leeway in what they choose